we're back at it. Another 2-3 hours of I Was a Teenage Exocolonist. Hopefully closing this out tonight. I think my headphones should last. If they don't, that's gonna be awkward. That's gonna be real fucking awkward. What are our goals? Speak on it, Alex. Okay, goal number 1 is to get our persuasion up to 30 so that we can do Vase's stupid little mission. That is a big ask, though. So we have a heroic bonus right now. We could level toughness super easily. Super easily. How many of these batteries do I have? I have 1. So I need to go today. Yeah, I need to go. Well, by the end of the month, I need to go. Yeah. You catch Vase outside the garrison, leaning against the wall with his arms crossed. He looks put out by something, frowns at you instead of his usual hello. What's on your mind? Have you ever looked around the colony these days? He sneers. Cowards, pacifists, politicians, hollow jockeys, degenerates. The other people you hang around with, the goddamn losers, man. I'm sick of defending you to other Helios for your shitty taste in friends. You can't pick my friends, Vase. He shrugs. Suit yourself, he says dismissively. You're the one who looks bad for hanging out with so many nullheads. Maybe I don't want to be seen around somebody who doesn't understand that. I'm gonna kick your ass. I mean, we've already done it, but God, you are such an unlikable piece of shit. You truly suck. Insecure ass motherfucker. Hello dog, hug dog, good dog. Give stick to dog. Love to see it. Hello cutie. Nami's looking up at the sky with a slight smile. It's been 4 years and it's so cool, they comment. I spent my whole life on a spaceship before this. Being outside still feels like being in paradise, even with everything going on. Have gift. Hello, Mars? Mars squints up at the sky. I suppose it's better than being cooped up on a spaceship, she says begrudgingly. It's hot and dirty and smells bad. Nothing to do. Why, if it weren't for the constant risk we'd all die, it'd be paradise. She sighs and her shoulders droop. I hate this place. Yeah, I know, Mars. You find Mars going through old holo photos of when you were all kids aboard the Stratospheric. She gives you a sad little smile and pats the couch next to her. Come look through these photos with me, she says. I forgot about some of these. Mars brings out a picture of Cal and Nem from when they were probably 4 or 5 years old. They're both stripped down to just their pants and have painted monster faces on their chests. They're standing on top of a table with the Kresh waving swords above their heads. You remember that table being a fort, a pirate ship, a haunted house, a jungle cave, depending on the day. Look at them, Mars says, smiling. They used to be the best of friends, right? Whenever you saw one, the other was always tagging along behind them. She sighs. It's so weird that they never talk to each other anymore. I mean, I get it. Anemone got all weird about being a soldier after her brother died. Cal really doubled down on the whole hippie aesthetic. Yeah, it's sad that they grew apart. Mars hums noncommittally and goes to the next image. Tammy's face smiles back at you. She's in the ship's galley, learning how to make soy sweets from antecedent. She's wearing an apron, but almost all of her clothing is covered in different colored powders used for flavoring and coloring the sweets. Even the tips of her pointed ears are dusted with it. Oh, Mars says, look at this one. You know, it's been years. I still can't believe she just died like that, she says sadly. It was so senseless. She was the first, but she wasn't the last. At least she didn't have to see all of this death and destruction. She was too kind a soul for that. At least we found out why she died, Mars continues. It's not really a comfort, but it's something. I miss her so much. Mars taps through more photos, pursing her lips. I swear there's at least one picture of Dis in here, she mutters. Takes almost a minute, but she finally finds one. Tang and Dis's joint 5th birthday party, complete with matching soy cakes. And Mother, Besk, is just out of frame, a drink in her hands. Oh, this was before Disc got all weird about his birthday, Mars hums. Still have no idea what happened there. I mean, who doesn't like birthdays? It's weird to see them so happy together, she continues. Can't remember the last time I saw either of them really smile like that. Mars sighs. Now Tang spends all her time cooped up in engineering, and Disc just spends more time outside the colony than he spends in it. Just so sad. Mars stares down at the little hologram in her hand. I didn't mean to bully him so much, she admits softly. I thought I was helping him learn how to fit in, like toughening him up a little, so he didn't cry so much, you know? Her mouth twitches a little with a sad smile. I guess I ended up just pushing him further away. When I was little, I didn't understand that words could hurt people, because they don't hurt me. You could have been nicer to him. Mars sits back and sighs. It's true. It's weird looking back when we used to be kids, Mars muses. We were so innocent. Had no idea about the wormhole or Vertumna, no dying, no famine, no killer pollen, no animal attacks. I mean, we didn't even have bad weather on the ship. All we cared about was playing and popularity. Mars gestures to herself. Now look at me. I'm working on the bridge. And you know it's all politics. It's like a professional popularity contest. Lum is an idiot, but he's got one thing going for him, she laughs. The man has absolutely impeccable social media game. Nothing else, he really knows how to get people to vote for him. Really, that's all you need. She leans over and rests her head on your shoulder. Her hair smells like jasmine. Thank you for going through those pictures with me, she says quietly. I try to keep my eyes on the future, but sometimes it's nice to remember where you came from. Facts. Mars is almost at 100. Anemone, 100. Cal, Tangent, Dis. Mars, we can get there. Rex, we can get there. Nami, mate. Is it the last year? I don't know that we can get Nami there. We haven't done enough events with Nami to get them there. Rex, sure. Vase, maybe. You know, I've already gifted them something each this season, right? Maybe. If on Nami's birthday, we give them the Whitestrantia, that might get us there. I'm using maybe and might heavily because I'm not sure. We go to the ridge today to try to get more batteries. We'd like to level up toughness. Does anything else do that here? No, and I'm at 5 stress, right? I'm at 4 stress. So none of these events can get us any less stressed out than we already are. None of these give toughness. Do they? I might just do them for the sake of doing them? Which is weird, but like, we can get kudos, I guess. Yeah, nothing here boosts empathy, nor persuasion, nor creativity. Bravery, yes. Engineering, yes. Organizing, no. Reasoning, no. Huh. It's just a little odd to be hitting the end of the game and spending so much time doing actions that don't really do much for us. You're enjoying taking a relatively uneventful second son of taking readings for one of Utopia's geological surveys when the world shifts on an unnatural axis as Sim comes crashing seemingly out of thin air, grappling with the skyfish almost as big as he is. Look out, he calls to you. No, it's far too late for that. The ground rushes up to meet you. All you can do is close your eyes and protect your head. Make matters worse, in the ensuing tussle, they completely crush delicate scanning equipment you just finished setting up. Utopia's gonna be upset. Oh no. You survey the wreckage helplessly while Sim holds the skyfish at bay. The skyfish flops around pitifully, then springs back into the sky and flies away, trilling in distress. Didn't even look dangerous, really. Swanasea, Sim croaks. You turn your attention to him. Blood is pouring from a wound in his chest, where one of the skyfish's spines must have pierced his otherwise perfect skin. It's the kind of thing that would definitely leave a scar, or worse. I guess my future sight isn't always 20/20. Sim smiles sheepishly, holding the wound closed. Holy shit, are you gonna be okay? He waves dismissively with the hand that's holding his ding-dang chest together. Just but a flesh wound. He smiles and smiles. I say it right? From one of your Earth movies, I quite liked it. He coughs. He and I are similarly difficult to kill completely. Grinning. You think it's just a coincidence I'm always there to save you at the right time? At night, when I'm asleep, he corrects himself. I sometimes see visions of things that are going to happen, or at least things that could happen. My dreams aren't always true, Sim says, wincing as he applies wet pressure to the wound. The paths branch and converge. Time is more like a web than a line. He smiles weakly. But in the center, there's always you. You're the center of my web, too. He coughs. I'm flattered, Sugarbug. I didn't know you thought of me that way. I can't tell you how the future sight works, Sim continues. To be honest, I don't even know. But you're curious. If you're curious, he's clearly grappling with something, not just the sluggish, bleeding wound in his chest. His voice drops. You might look for answers under the light of the wormhole and glow, he confesses. You press him for more, but he begs you simply to leave him to handle his injuries in peace. I've already done that, my guy. We don't want to calm down, because now I have stress, so now I have to do events. In the hopes of finding the two that can reduce stress significantly. I don't have to. I'm going to. This is new. You and Dis are poking at one of the ruined buildings here. A jet black stone cube now reduced to rubble, overgrown with large snaking roots and clusters of bright crystals. Hello, curious humans, Sim says cheerfully, popping up from behind it. How's the archaeology going? Are you having fun digging up the secrets of the planet? You and Dis exchange a cautious look at Sim's tone, but Sim just laughs. I've convinced the others to allow me to nudge you towards the truth, he says, sitting primly on an outcropping of obsidian that matches his long, oil-slick hair. It's not a trick. Dis fidgets beside you, his face unreadable. Well, do you have any more questions for me? They are not the convergent domain. They did live underground. Why aren't there more ruins? Well, it's been a while, Sim says. 20,000 years is a long time to clean up a mess. We've worked quite hard. He looks around at the dust and the ruins. There are only a few places on the surface of the planet where you can still see the convergent domain's work. It used to cover almost everything. Much of the technology was organic, fungal specifically, so you won't be unearthing any bed frames or dinnerware. It's all long since rotted away or gone wild and grown into something new. He smiles. Unearth, he repeats. Look, I'm beginning to speak like you. He strokes a glassy obsidian ruin. Even this was alive once. It grows like coral, a silicon-based fungal life form, genetically engineered to take whatever form was needed. It's extinct now. Only the bones are left. Did they make these crystals? Yes, says. He looks pleased. They're self-replicating silicon-based species that behaves much like a fungus. They're connected below the ground to a massive network. They were the convergent domain solar collectors, and for a time, they were the only living thing on much of the surface of the planet. Hard to imagine, right? No mush trees, no poof shrooms, not even these mountains. Just endless fields of sharp crystals and smooth obsidian ground, drawing in all that energy and storing it under the surface. Sim tilts his head coyly. Whatever could they have used it all for? Then there were earthquakes, Sim adds. Certainly shook things up. Did they live underground? Yes, largely, Sim says. Though as you can see, there were some facilities above ground, such as this one. Nearly all of them are what you consider agoraphobic, he adds, and very little sight to speak of in their physical forms, but they loved looking at the planet through the eyes of creatures. Sometimes they visited the surface by taking forms better suited to it, though the process was often painful. This shoots you a meaningful look you can't interpret. What did they look like? Like worms. Sim replies simply, what do humans look like? Are you the convergent domain? Sim laughs. Oh no, he says, the convergent domain is extinct. As you can see, I am still quite here. The gardeners are the only part of the convergent domain that still exists today. We are not them, he continues. We were their tools, tasked with protecting the planet's ecosystem. And now, we're something more. Did you kill the convergent domain? Well... Sim smiles, his knowing smile, his eyes alight with a secret. I think that's enough questions for today. He stands and dusts himself off. Who can say what happened to them exactly? The earthquakes that formed these ridges shook the planet around that time, but perhaps that was their own greed and hubris that turned to them. Sim makes the leap, but Dis jumps in his way. Wait! He cries. I have a question. Sim tilts his head, waiting. What if somebody wanted to become a gardener? Dis stammers. Is that possible? Sim stares at Dis for a long time. I'll have to think about that one, Sim answers, slowly. He then leaves, soundless against the sand. Stress? Yes, but lower. Deep, precious lore. Lore I already knew, but still, good shit. Do we do everything here? Maybe. No, I don't want to use the bouncing weasels one. Do not want more bounce weasel cards, thank you. I got plenty of weasels. Thirsty, canteen event, we search for our water. With a 6/6 and a 6, we can double the card to our right. 7/7/4/4. Maybe not a... Is that not a 7? Oh, I misclicked. I didn't click on the 7. 7/7/4/4. 45 and we're done. So now just, you know what, here's 10 and an 11. Just go ahead and double the 10. 41. Make everything the same suit. Put in a fucking... The 9 would not drag things down that much, actually. 72. 73. 72. 73. Yeah, how's that? Sound the best? No, you could have gotten to 75 there, Alex. My bad. A little bit of stress reduction. Y'all get any of them batteries? I sure do like batteries. Is this the this is a crystal outcropping event? Great. Oh, that was a different answer. I guess because we know what they are now, we just get kudos. That's neat. We climb on the dilly pillar, we hassle the Dorp Smots, we go on our way. Yep, no boss. It's weird to have fully cleared out the boss on a level. A lot of the other levels, the ones we haven't been repeating, have a group that they'll cycle through. This one, I think, might be unique in that you hit the... No, the swamps are also this way. That you hit a point and it's just like, no, you're done here. You're done. There's no more bosses. I don't think there's anything new we get from this, but I'm gonna try anyway. Knock down wall. 7, 6, 5. 6, 5, 4. No 3s, huh? It's a 9. Dang! Alright, well, make them all the same suit. 45. Any stress reduction? No. Okay, we're done. Oh, well, we did some kudos. It's something. Is it something exciting? No, it's something. Obsidian Field! We skate on it! Skate on it! It's just like a mini mall. I'm so sorry. White House, Montgomery. It's just like a mini mall. Oh, motherfucker, right, you go up because of the number of, gems. Well, no. No more. My brain is poisoned. That'll turn into a 7. We do not have any 6s. So this will be... fine. Do I go higher? Sure. Why not? Was there any point to going higher? Nope. Stress reduction, stress reduction, stress reduction, stress reduction. Huge. Back to 29. I can get it lower. We run, so we don't take the extra stress from staying put. Though it would give me an option from here on out, knowing that I need to run, rather than just thinking that I need to run. Air squid babies, bah. Bah. Any stress reduction up in here? Nope. But I do get to double this to be a 22. Huh. Interesting. I can turn this into a 4. So then I'd have, but then I have no 3s. I have no 3s and I must scream. Give me a... There we go. Any stress reduction? Anything here? Nope. Perception. Woo. Great. I'm doing this in the off chance that one of these gives toughness or reasoning and I'm wrong. I don't think I'm wrong. Here's stress reduction event number 2. Now there's the anti-gravity one, which we might see. We don't have to see it. It's optional. We'll go through and do this just because we can... Oh, there was a 30... whatever. 38's fine. Any stress reduction here? No. Yeah, okay. Well, there was a chance we could have gotten a stress reduction card to have made it, so we got no stress, no dice. Oh, well. Live and learn. 4 guys all alone, friend it. Again, not for the bonus itself, just for the off chance that I pick up one of our stress reduction cards. If I was playing a much more scrupulous playthrough, we would have been much more particular about vetting what goes in our deck and what doesn't. But, I mean, clearly we're not struggling here, right? It's just, in theory, we could be doing even better when it comes to stress management. Though we're doing like really fucking well on stress management. Really goddamn well. Find the source, turn it off. I'm coping by being like, this will be the anti-grav one. It's not, it's the fucking radiation one. This only hurts you, it doesn't do anything good. Even if you, get rid of the enemy. Oh, okay, here's the anti-gravity one. Hey, onward. Can I get some stress reduction? Yeah, no? No, maybe yes? Maybe. Just a little treat as a treat. Just a little stress reduction as a treat. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Just an itty bitty little bit. No? Okay, yeah, that's fine. 6, 4, 4, 5, 4. There. But we get 20 stress reduction. Not as much as I could have gotten, but good enough, and that's everything here. Main mission accomplished. We had more of a story with Sim, which is nice. I don't think we can finish Sim's story unless we explore a lot this year. No, it's okay. We don't need to. As usual for this time of year, your dreams have been more vibrant and invasive. You have trouble distinguishing dream from reality during the day, and you dread falling asleep at night. Huh? How did that hot bike get into your bedroom? You can wake ourselves up out of the dream from a past life, but I haven't done this before. What? What? Okay, look. This stresses us out. I'm going to wake myself from the dream, though I feel like I shouldn't have access to this. You resist the temptation. Oh, and we maxed out reasoning there. I didn't know it would do that. Okay. We're pivoting to organizing. Telling yourself you resisted temptation to chase a little hot-eye and instead waking up, lay back down in bed, telling yourself to wake up. Wake up. It works. Milky, quiet sunlight pours through your windows. Son of a bitch. These cancel each other out. Fuck you, game. Flakes of bromide snow pile against the glass. You feel as tired as when you went to bed. It's your birthday. You're 19 years old. And only 1 year left as a teenager. Oh, great. We get a +1 to all mental skill increases. Oh, and then we get a +1 to all permanently because of maxing out reasoning. Oh, yeah. We get a -1 for all mental skill increases. There's no reason to do this. We'll hold on to leveling toughness. I was talking about wanting to level persuasion, so let's do that. Let's look around at our options for leveling persuasion. I don't think we can get that done. We can study humanities, which gives 2 creativity, 2 persuasion. We also want creativity. That wouldn't hurt. Medbay would boost empathy, which wouldn't hurt. We were getting creativity from repairing robots, but again, not primarily. Primarily, this would give creativity, not persuasion. I don't know that we have anything that would primarily burst persuasion right now. We can work in the depot, which would boost organizing and persuasion, but organizing primarily. Huh. Well, fuck me sideways. Guess we're doing humanities. You're running late for humanities class. When you arrive, everyone's gathered in beanbags around the room's holo projector. Ship's computer congruence is displayed on it. She's giving today's lesson. Reading of a book of old Earth poetry. You sit next to Tang, nudge her in motion. What's up with this? Tang frowns at you. Where you been? She whispers. Ever since Professor Hao died, Congruence has been teaching this class. She then frowns at everything in general. See, everyone else who might be qualified is too busy, and no, they didn't ask me. Huh, okay. You get back to the lesson. Yeah, we haven't done this since, the first year, I think? Get back to the lesson. We actually haven't done it. My persuasion's only a 1? Only a 2. We may have done this once. Another day of learning about what ancient dudes on another planet did felt about loving and dying and stuff. I have to... Really? Really? 46 is the highest I can get? I think you mean 51. The highest possible was a 60 there? I'm a damn fool. I don't know how I missed that, but I clearly fucked up there. We leveled up creativity, so there's new cards in the depot. Let's go look at them. I don't recall them being very good. Am I right about that? Udicott's old hat. This is very sad now. You know what? Cool jacket would be very good for us. Cool jacket. Oh my god. It meets back on the menu, boys. Cool jacket plus the brain trainer. That's 300 fucking kudos. Would give me enough. I'm not sure that's mathematically possible to get 300 kudos from the 52 right now. But in theory, if I hadn't bought the fucking fidget spinner, we could do it. Actually, I forgot. Memory backpack is really, really fucking good. It might even be better than fidget spinner. Actually, these two, that's only 200. Emoji Proji would give a +10 to all social skills. Plus cool jacket, which we could have gotten from Mars at a steep discount earlier in the game, would also get 20 persuasion. So that's a total of 30 persuasion right there. Is it happening? No, it is not happening. It is not, in fact, happening. Tell you what, we are not getting persuasion maxed out. I'm going to look toward activities that'll increase our friendship with Nami that I want to do. Because I'd like to max out Nami this round. I don't think it's gonna happen. I think it's mostly studying. Yeah, engineering, no. Tutoring children would, and that's mostly reasoning, which we don't need. Repairing robots did, and we did a lot of that. Insisting in medbay would not. Nami, we might be out of luck this time around, which makes me very sad. This doesn't. Okay. What gives the most kudos? What gives the most kudos if I'm gonna try to chase down that, and I don't think it's worth doing. Honestly, well, I can't boost organizing right now. Well, I can, it would just be a net 0. I still might do it. I'd kind of like to get organizing up to a point where Mom will be proud of us. And then also creativity. There's too many things, not enough time. This is not a perfect run. You can get a perfect run, not your first time through. Humanities again? Yeah, fuck it. Congrins asks you to take a stack of blank paper and a stack of box of pencils from the classroom nanoprinter and pass them out to class. Today we'll be practicing our handwriting, she announces. You hear Tangent groan beside you, but Congrins, she whines. Why would he never need to write by hand when we have hollow palms? All of these scenes are clearly meant for when you're a kid and do not read the same for when you're like 16, 17, 18, 19. This exercise will be part history lesson, part future skill, Congrins tells the class. In the future, you may not always have access to hollow palm technology. Our replicators and computers will break down eventually. When they do, you'll have to rely on low-tech solutions, everyday tasks. So first question, how to correctly hold a pencil. You and the other students get to work learning how to print by hand. It's a little bit like holding a stylus, but the texture's all wrong. Letters are small and cramped, and you have trouble keeping them in a straight line. Tang, though, is suffering the worst. Ha! Mars laughs. Looks like we finally found something Tang isn't as good at. Look, she keeps mixing her lowercase a's and e's. Tang is used to using a stylus with her hollow palm, but she's never actually drawn the letters. She fumbles like a child, bashing her fists against a hollow palm for the first time. It's painful to watch. You can tell she's getting more frustrated with each letter. Mars, on the other hand, has lovely penmanship. She can even write in cursive. My papa taught me when I was little, she says, showing off her paper. Cultured people know how to write for real. Is that handwriting or a seismograph? Mars giggles as Tang balls. No, Tangent, I'm sorry, I'll give you a fancy weed. I thought this was making fun of Mars. Mars giggles as Tang balls her 5th piece of paper and throws it at the floor. At least I'm not holding my pencil like a magic wand, she snaps at you, and Mars laughs even harder. Get to work. I'm sorry. I'm not that sorry. Hey! Stress reduction. 10. 8. This is an 8 minus 5, so this is only worth a 3. These suck. Okay, there are no flushes, Alex. But I want the stress reduction. Well, you want the stress reduction, you have to make it work, because the value doesn't work. There you go, 43. I want higher. But Alex, be careful about using too many mushroom blocks. I need to give 1, 2, 3, 4 of these more away. I'm good. 5 creativity, 2 persuasion, 5 stress. Are we even gonna max out Rex? I might not. I might have fucked up by not giving people stuff on their birthdays during their birthday month. I need to be more picky about that in the future. I'll make notes, but I'm not doing it right now. It's way too fucking late. I'm already thinking about my next game, Nami says, twirling their pencil around to pick up a lock of pink hair. Should I make a sequel to the first one or something different? Ooh, maybe a romance game? They stop and giggle. So I want to say, don't look at me weird. Just because I don't know about sex stuff doesn't mean I can't write a good romance. Some things are universal. Have a crystal cluster. Oh, you know what? Nope. No. Tangent. I'm sorry. Let's max you back out. Yeah, we're good. Mars is very, very close now. Nami is still at a 68. Wait, do I know Nami's birthday? Fuck. I could look it up, but nah. Wanna make something? Nami flaps their hand in front of their face. I do, but it's so hot on this planet, don't you think? You shrug. Sure, it's different than living in a climate-controlled spaceship, but you're kinda used to it by now. Nami snaps their fingers. Wait, we should make something to stay cool. You and Nami brainstorm all the weird and wonderful ways to stay cool. Umbrella hats, sunglasses with funny shapes, giant vats of cooling goop, but it all seems too complicated. Eventually, you end up doodling some of Nami's paper, folding it to make paper planes. Sometimes the best solutions are the most simple. They smile, fanning themselves with their new Turbo Hyperjet Transform fan. You spot Nami crossing the courtyard from the depot to the living quarters, lugging an armful of cans of paint. Hey, Solanasea, they exclaim, barely keeping the cans from falling out of their arms. Hey, can you give me a hand with this? You take a few of the cans and Nami sighs in relief. Oh, thank you. It's my third trip. I think I finally got all the colors I need. It's gonna be amazing. At your questioning look, Nami giggles and starts skip-walking towards the living quarters. Come on, I'll show you. You follow Nami to the suite of rooms that they share with their mom and dad. Nami leads you past the jumble of bedroom furniture and into their empty room. Light pours from a skylight. Nami stands under it, stretching their arms wide, doing a little spin. I'm painting a mural. My mind is going light speed with possibilities, Nami declares, tugging at their hair. I'm drunk with power. I could do anything. So when I say it, you have to help me decide. Nami grabs their sketchbook and shows you a few concept drawings. Space theme, jungle theme, the inside of a pirate ship, abstract art. All the major players are here. Nami's been busy. They look at you in an agony of indecision. Why not do a different thing on each wall? Nami stares at you. What? Oh, Star Solanasea, that's perfect! Why didn't I think of that? They start ripping pages out of their sketchbook and laying them on the walls. This one here? No, here. The colors will play off each other. Oh no, this wall gets more light for most of the year, so... After a few minutes of frenzied planning, Nami grabs you by the shoulders. This is going to be amazing, they exclaim. Thank you, you're a genius. They regard the walls with barely restrained excitement. What do you say, Solanasea? You want to help this vision become a reality? Somehow my creativity is high enough. It is. 42 and I need a 41. Totally. I know what to do. You're something of an artist yourself, after all. You and Nami get started transferring their sketches to the wall. After a few minutes of supervising you, Nami steps back and lets you use your imagination to figure out the rest. You're really good at this, they declare. Have you ever considered becoming an artist, too? For most of the day, the room is total chaos. Nami assures you repeatedly that this is part of the experience. As the second sun is beginning to set, you take a step back and take a look at what you've accomplished. It's really nice. Only you and Nami could have made such a discordant composition come into harmony. And the result is a bedroom that's not only unique and inspiring, but bursting with the love that you and Nami share for each other in your art. Nami starts hammering the lids back on paint cans while you collect the brushes for washing. Thank you for your help, they say. I definitely couldn't have finished this without you. Nami's stomach rumbles and their eyes go wide. I'm starving, they exclaim. Did we work through dinner? You don't need to check the time on your hall palm to know that Nami's right. Your stomach grumbles in solidarity. Nami laughs. Okay, let's get some crub, chum. Doggy. Hug dog. Treat for dog. Dialogue with dog. Rex is hanging out with Nami in a secluded area from the colony, but as you approach, you can tell from the first aid kit, Nami's tense posture, this isn't a casual visit. Please stop fussing, Rex, Nami pouts, dabbing some ointment under Rex's eyes. You have a cut right here. It's just a scratch. Rex protests. He sees you coming over and brightens. Sitting up straighter, knocking Nami's hands out of the way. Hey, Solanasea here, he says, over loud, and Nami scrambles for the first aid kit before realizing it's too late. You've seen it anyway. They glance balefully at you, but Rex is all smiles. If it weren't for the purpling bruise under his eye and the cuts all across his cheekbone and lip, you'd think things were normal. What happened? Oh, nothing. Don't worry about it, Rex says, waving a hand. I wasn't watching where I was going, ran into one of those unfinished walls around here. Yeah, 17 times, Nami mumbles, valiantly trying to again to tend to Rex's face. You should tell Solana Say the truth. Maybe they can do something about it. What's going on, Rex? It's nothing, Rex says. Nothing I ain't used to anyway. Sometimes it just happens. People get in their heads, they want to stay on Vase's good side, and the easiest way to do that is to beat on someone he doesn't like. Rex shrugs one shoulder indifferent. It's fine, he says. They'll remember what I'm good at and come sneaking back eventually. It's getting worse though, Nami adds softly. I thought it'd stop when we joined the colony, but they're even bigger meanies now. Rex smiles encouragingly at Nami. Vase is just mad you and I have real friends here. He hates that he and his bullies aren't the only damn heroes in town anymore, and he can't control what people think about us. Makes him feel small, and he hates that. What's the deal with Vase anyway? Rex sighs, his shoulders slumping. I don't even want to bring it up, because I'd rather think about the future and not the past, but when we were younger, Vase was just like a normal kid like me. We were both kind of the runs of the litter, but he had a chip on his shoulder about it and always wanted to try to boss people around like he was actually top dog. I tried to be nice to everyone because, that's the pup in me. I just want to play and be friends. And Vase did not want to be friends with me, Rex says. He kind of hated me because people like me more. Nami takes Rex's hand and shoots them a little smile before continuing. And one day I was hanging out with my friends when Vase walks right up to me and starts picking a fight, like calling me names, telling me I was faking it to make more people like me. My friends wanted to beat him for it, but I told them to stop, and he shakes his head. I walk right up to him, hands out like, hey, we can still be friends. That piece of shit just straight up broke my arm. We weren't even fighting. He just got me on the ground and snapped, broke it right here. Rex shows you the scar on his arm, where the bone must have broken the skin. He was dead set on proving a point, I guess, he says quietly. That's why everyone around Vase lets Vase boss him around, Nami adds. They know he does what he does when he gets angry. Everyone acts like a bunch of heroes, but they're just cowards who'd rather let Vase keep picking on Rex instead of standing up to him and pissing him off. Yeah, he's not like this with everyone, Rex continues. He is nice to people he likes. That's why everyone wants to be his friend. Hot air rises to the top. Vase told me it was a 4-on-1 fight. Rex laughs humorlessly. Yeah, of course he'd say that. That's what he told the adults anyway, so that became the official story. Honestly, I just feel bad for Nami, Rex says, looking down. If it wasn't for me, people would probably leave them alone. It's not fair they get crap for being friends with me. Nami throws their arms around Rex, who grimaces in pain. I'd rather be friends with one good Rex than 100 of Vase's bully cronies. Rex relaxes into their arms and hums happily. I'm going to destroy Vase. Rex snorts. Don't think I haven't thought about it, he says. Nami grumbles. Hey, I'm not perfect. If I thought fighting back would do any good, I would have done it years ago. Besides, if I win, just because I'm stronger, that's not really a win at all. Besides, Rex says, I'm a colony kid now. I can do anything I want, talk to anyone I want, and Vase can just die mad about it. Despite his bravado, Rex sighs and scratches the back of his head. I do kind of regret what happened, though. Like, it sucks Vase got to the point where he thought the only way he could get respect was being a bully. I mean, he's a douche and a half, but... Nami thumbs Rex on the shoulder. You don't have to defend him, they chastise him. I'm not defending him, Rex says, spreading his hands wide. I just think sometimes, like, if I could have seen he was hurting and been a better friend to him, I could have changed his whole life. Think about how things would have been growing up on the Helio if he wasn't the friend that got away. Rex musters a smile. That's why I try to not let it get to me. Doesn't matter what Vase does to me, you can't hurt someone who chooses to not feel pain. He's gonna get his fool ass killed someday, and I'm gonna be right here. He reaches out, takes your hand, and Nami takes the other so the three of you are linked. And I have everything I need. Gay! Incredibly, adorably gay. He's too precious. Too fucking precious. The two of them are just, angry, happy sounds. Hey, motherfucker, I have something for I do have something for you. No, thine enemy. I'm going to end you. Mon frere, I'm going to end you. Okay. do we continue? No. We do toughness. We do toughness this month so we get the bonus, so I can do engineering, so we can push Mom's dialogue further along so we can see what that looks like. Yeah. Because we like Mom. Crazy, right? We like Mom. We could work on the farm, which would give toughness. We only need 1 toughness, so I'm really looking at what the alternatives are. Tend the animals, relax at the park. We could shovel dirt, work on the farm, or hear me out. We can play sports ball. This is such a bad event. Bravery, you don't need to level, except very early on, and there's better ways to level it. Let's play some sports ball. Chief Security Rhett interrupts your afternoon training to address the group. Nem perks up. This seems important. Since the original colony was destroyed, Rhett begins, we've needed every skilled security officer we can find to defend our home. Now with Governor Lum's blessing, age is no longer a requirement. We're looking for young recruits to join the ranks of the defense squads. We should have seen this event so much earlier. This is a serious job, he says, punching his hands for emphasis. You'll be soldiers, not little kids learning self-defense or peering down from the safety of the walls. You'll be in danger. You need to be brave, and you know your way around a weapon. Step forward if you have what it takes to defend our colony. Brown sand, warmonger. You tell Rhett you'll never ever be a soldier, and his eyebrows shoot up to his hairline. He goes a shade of red with commonly seen potato pods. Get out of my face, pacifist, he yells. I don't have time for your bullshit. I'm here to play sports ball, sir. I've already saved the colony enough fucking times. Oh, that was the best score. How about that? 5 bravery, 2 toughness. Woohoo. Toughness maxed out. What does that give us? I think it boosts your physical gain. Is that right? Never receive the injury status effect when hurt. This is huge for the bullshit event of blowing something up that Vase wants in the swamp. So we could go do that. I'm not gonna go do that. I am going to do organizing in here to try to level organizing. We're gonna work in the depot. Seek rolls their eyes when they see a report to the depot for first day as a clerk. Oh, it's you, they deadpan. Well, you might learn something useful while you're here. The depot's where precious nanoprinter lives. Seek lords over it like a tyrant. They don't like children. They load the depot module on your holopalm, walk you through the process. People submit requisitions for the nanoprinter through this portal, they explain. It's your job to program the correct routine into the nanoprinter to fulfill the order. Then you mark it as available for delivery or pickup, depending on if we have a delivery person available. Zeke grumbles, and we almost never do. With that perfunctory explanation, Zeke leaves you to figure out what to do on your own. It's okay for the first hour or so, because no one puts in a requisition at all. It's pretty early, so maybe everyone is still asleep. It's clean and organized depot. Why? Because it gives organization, and that's what I need. There isn't a lot to organize, as you don't store a lot of stuff here, except things people need all the time, like toothpaste. But you find a bucket, start to mop the floors the old-fashioned way. Nothing wrong with taking pride in your work. You're jerked back to reality by a haptic pulse on your holopalm. Your first order. You excitedly open your holopalm to read it. Elbow grease. 1 gallon. It reads from Cal. Geoponics. Delivery. ASAP. Funny. Cal. You dismiss the phony requisition. Haha. Cal's got jokes. Another one pops up on your home screen. Flashlight fluid. 2 gallons. Anemone. Sports ball. Delivery. ASAP. Really, Nem? Another bogus requisition? Are your friends trying to prank you? You barely dismiss the second one before a third comes in. ID10T gas, flammable, 2 cubic meters, pressurized, tangent, engineering, delivery, ASAP, caution. Almost got me, Tang. Tang's not really the pranking type, but you stop yourself from looking up ID10T gas. You dismiss the requisition, you message your friends and knock it off. Finally, a real requisition, get down to work. It's easier than you thought. You're just finishing up when Mars strolls in. She hops into the depot counter and primly crosses her legs. I'm so totally relieved to have you as my assistant here, Solana Sea. Finally, someone to haul boxes and fetch things so I can work on important work. Your assistant, I should be in charge. I don't care which one of you is in charge, Zeke interrupts, as long as the work is done here. Zeke pauses. Wait, did you wash the floors? Well, that does deserve a reward. Here you go. they say, looking impressed. They swipe their whole palm, and you feel yours pulse. A couple of kudos are deposited into your account. Mars can hardly wait until Seek is gone to giggle. Either way, I'm glad you're here. This job is usually so boring. You should see this normally when you're a kid. Hey, you know, whatever. It's fine. 46, but that's not the highest we can get here. What? Yeah, it's not. 43. 44. Holy shit, a 46 is the best we can get here? No fucking way. No fucking way, man. Really? What the hell? What the hell? 53. 50. How did I get a 56? Were you two next to each other? Well, you should have been. 51. What? 55? Fuck it. I know 59 was possible. Not with me, it wasn't. Wait, pollen. Okay, we've gifted everyone stuff this season, right? I'm just clicking on you to double check. Yep, sure have. No one has any unique dialogue. A stress is piling up. I'm gonna buy a cake and give it to Cal. I do not want to rest. At all? Give me the cake. So if Tammy lives, you get a cake every year that you can give to Cal, which helps you manage stress. And you also get some nice cards from Tammy, you get some stress reduction from Tammy. Oh. Cal is sitting on the garden fence, his feet laced through the slats as he balances a container of cut-up potato on his lap. Hey, Aswanasea, he calls out. Time for a break? Come on over here, let me finish this. He skewers a piece of potato on his fork and drives it towards your mouth. Beep, beep. Hoping for a timely reminder we've made ourselves a part of this planet's ecosystem and have to deal with the consequences. Charming. Let's get out of here. Yeah, of course, I can always make time for you. You grab a bite to eat. Cal stretches, rubs his stomach. I'm famished. Let's go grab some chow, yeah? You and Cal trek over to the cafeteria, where Cal loads a tray with enough food to feed at least two of him. I'm a growing boy, he says, indicating his plate. Working outside takes a lot out of you. You spend an enjoyable lunch hour reconnecting with Cal, who's more than happy to tell you about everything from crop rotation to who kissing whom in the gardening crew. It's nice. I think we should break up. Okay, there we go. A little bit of stress reduction. There's no way we're getting persuasion up to 30. No. No, I haven't talked to the parents in a while. Hey, Dad. Yeah, we got nothing about Dad leading the revolution, so to speak. Very funny. Because the game is, at this point, assuming that you two are dead. And you very much are not. Work in the depot? Yep. You pass the construction yard on your way to work at the depot. Rex waves you over. Hey, come take a look at this, he says, leading you over to a portion of the heliosphere. Is being married to the old living quarters with the scaffolding and mushwood. Isn't this wild? It's like our two ships are actually becoming one. He throws his arm around your shoulder. It's like a metaphor, get it? The colony and us from the helio, learning how to work together, how we build our environments affects how we live, you know? You should come by and help me, he continues. It's really fun. Get to build new things, construction crew's really nice, and you get to come hang out with me. Wait, why not start right now? He hands you a blast cutter, a gun-shaped tool that emits thin beam of superheated plasma. No time to work like the present. Zeke always says we need more workers here. He wiggles his eyebrows. I'll make it worth your while. Yeah, let's work hard. You help Rex hold up a part of the wall while he fits a bracket in place. There's a lot of pounding and wiggling to make it fit, which delights Rex every time he gets to make a joke about it. It's sweaty, rewarding work. You learn something about engineering while you're at it. Wait, was that engineering? Oh, boo. Chief Engineer Seek comes out, storming out command to find you. So what I say, they snap. Where have you been? I expected you hours ago. Well, it's my bad, Rex says, moving to stand between you and Seek. If he had a tail, it would be between his legs. The perfect picture of an apologetic puppy. I asked them to help out. We're super short on hands around here, and they did a great job. Seek grudgingly accepts that you did, in fact, do great work. They tell you that you're cleared to help out in construction if you like, snidely commenting that you're better suited for manual labor than the job you were actually supposed to do today. Seek, you fucking toad. You just awful, awful little worm of a person. I truly do not like you. 76? I can do better than 76, can't I? No? Oh, I see. Sure, whatever. 76. I'm sorry, could have gotten an 82. Why are you so bad, Alex? So bad all the time. I don't know. Just built wrong, I guess. New perk? Huge. Huge. Organizing 2? Huge. Draw an extra card at the end of the challenge. Fucking massive. Massive. Doesn't make a difference. Huge difference at this point, but pretty big. We need an 80 for mom, right? 80? Hey! Nice. Okay. Tell her what you learned today. You tell her all about the bedbug infestation you've been helping Mars with on the down low, because Mars doesn't want anyone to know she has bugs. On Vertumna, bedbugs are as large as your toe and can burp up acid. Holy shit, it sucks. You had to pull everything out of her room, take it to laundry or incineration, then get in there and scrub down every corner of her room while Mars squealed away every time she saw a bug. It was a whole day clean, but by the end, Mars's room was sparkling, everything would put back even better than it had been before. Good job, kiddo. Mom says, I remember bedbugs back on Earth. Never thought I'd miss them. Vertumna has it way worse. And that's it. We're done with Mom's thing. Persuasion, though. There's no shot we're getting persuasion to 30, right? No. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Fuck no. No, not a chance in hell that we're getting persuasion maxed out. We're at 10, so the plus 20 from this item would get us to 30. But I need 100 for that, which means I need 76 more kudos. Construction gives 10 kudos. Depot gives 9 kudos. I don't think we can pull this off. 10 kudos. 15 kudos to do xenobotany, but we would see nothing new if we did that, and I'd like to see new scenes. Because the thing in the swamp is necessary for an end. It's not the end that we are going for, though. Repairing robots, 21 kudos. Oh, I could knock that out in 5. Shit. We could also tutor children, which would give us a little bit of empathy, but not enough to justify it. I think we repair robots. To get this to 100? Yep. Oh. This is new. No, this isn't. Oh, no, this is new. Diz sometimes hangs out in the robotics lab with you. He's always felt more of a kinship with the bots, you guess. No squishy feelings or complex social interactions. They just do what they're programmed to do. You've watched a strange friendship blossom between him and Nami Nami, like a crow and a hummingbird. They bond over their mutual love of robotics and xenofauna. It's kind of cute when two weird nerds from the ship find each other, despite their clear personality differences. Nami's working today, and has asked Diz to test a new prototype for what they've described as the next generation in functional wearable exploration wearables. Looks like the robotic exoskeletons used by the construction crew, but dialed up to comic proportions, with cool missile launchers and a jetpack. I saw it in an anime, they say, strapping Diz into the suit. It's super gonna work, okay? Just take a few steps. Diz looks at you with a panicked expression. He takes a few faltering steps, immediately straining the balance servos. The whole rig squeals as he lifts off balance and tries to regain it, but he's caught in a positive feedback loop, a balance recalibration that only makes it worse. This mechanically augmented limbs swing around wildly, knocking over a rack of bots and sweeping tools onto the floor. You and Nami scream and dive for cover. Not like this, Nami exclaims. Diz, turn it off! You turn it off, Diz yells back. I'm stuck in this thing. Navi pulls up the controls for the suit on their hull palm, activates the kill switch. Mid-rampage, Dis crumples to the ground in a heap of plasteel limbs. You extract him from the wreckage. Nami's distraught, but Dis just smiles and pats him on the shoulder. It's okay, Nami. This is why I never try very hard, especially when other people might see. You should try anyway. Learning new things is fun, and getting better at stuff is fun. Oh, you tell Nami they'll learn from making mistakes more than their successes. There has to be something I'm good at, though, Nami replies. Everyone else is super good at something, I just can't wait to find my thing. You direct them to work on safer things, like cleaning up the lab. Dis and Nami work well together. Can't help but listen to their easy banter as they work. Nami could charm a smile out of a rock, but it's still surprising how well Dis responds to them. Like, even he doesn't quite understand the inexplicable pull Nami exerts on him. Get to work. Hey, stress reduction. Love to see that. That's gonna be our highest. Probably no. It's not. It's gonna be tied for highest. 75. Pretty good. Pretty good. We got 2 creativity. Woohoo. 21 kudos. Governor Lum enters the colony square to his customary bombastic fanfare. Brass band, red carpet, banners with the Heliopause logo snapping in the hot dust breeze. It's inspiring. The governor gets his usual tithe of applause from die-hard soldiers, but it's obvious how tired and fearful everyone has become in service to the war. Sorry. His war. You catch Mars's attention, she rolls her eyes and makes a gagging motion. Cal looks sullen and withdrawn, refusing, along with the rest of Geoponics, to give Lum any applause. The governor raises his hands for silence, though it's largely unnecessary. Pioneers of Rotuna, he begins. We stand here today, not shivering and quaking in fear, but with our hands around the neck. He makes a ringing gesture of the planet herself. Before he can continue, Mars leaps from her seat and runs to the front of the stage. A ripple of fear goes through the crowd. You all remember what happened to Utopia last year. Doesn't have to be like this, she cries, speaking to the crowd. We don't have to listen to them. He's just a bully with a gun, like the ones we left behind on Earth. So you can have a coup. And this is where, if you set the coup up, it would happen. We have not set it up to happen, so we watch in horror. She turns on the council. Why are you just sitting there? Come on, aren't you going to do anything? The council look at each other. Rhett seems unmoved. Utopia shrinks into herself, holding her hand to her chest. Aunt Anne looks concerned but fearful of Lum. Instance is grim. Seek just waits to see what happens. Only your mom looks enthusiastic, but she wisely looks around at the others and doesn't voice her support. Given that Lum's already hostile towards her, she'd be risking too much. Lum gestures sharply to his guards. Mars is seized and taken out of sight. In the uncomfortable silence that follows, the governor strides to the front of the stage and looks down at the crowd. As I was saying, you can trust me to lead this colony and humanity into a new era, he says. An era of peace and prosperity where we no longer need to fear the creatures that come out in the night. He raises his fist to the sky. This planet is rich, he cries. It's the Earth we were promised, unscarred by the mistakes of our forefathers. Here we will, forefathers. Now that forefathers, not forebearers. Here we will become what humanity has always strived to become, caretakers of a new garden, children of a new Earth. People cheer, spurred on by Lum's display of dominance. Lum looks upon the crowd with pride. Pioneers, we're so close, he says. Soon this planet will be ours, all her riches and wonders with it. But first, he continues, we need to adapt to the harshest realities of our current world. He gestures to the council. I know you all love your council, but it's time we thought about the future. We need to guard the colony leadership, he says with some disdain, against sudden upheavals, deaths, imprisonments, and the like. I've decided to instate a second position for each seat on the council, he announces. Lum explains that every council member will have an official second in command. Seconds will be trained in the running of the department and will be ready to take over the department should the worst happen during an attack. Council looks concerned. Is this how Lum begins to cycle out the colonial government with a veneer of legitimacy? Applicants must have spent a minimum amount of time in that department and will be judged by the council based on relevant skills, though Lum will likely argue hard for his Helio appointees. You scribble your name on the ballot for second engineer. This is the reason we didn't have the coup, because this unlocks something, these all unlock something, but the second engineer unlock is by far the best and most useful. Now, arguably, we could save right now and reload this event and get 4 of them. I may do that. You come forward to be added to the ballot. Tangent watches you with a wary expression and she adds her own name. Engineering has been a mess since Professor Howe died. Maybe this will help. Council nominee discusses all the nominees at length, and then you win. Your hall pump chimes as congruence updates your clearance and gives you access to all the schematics to the ships and her systems. When the voting is concluded, Seek announces the names of those newly appointed seconds. The crowds cheer for you while Seek reads her name as second engineer. Mars, Net's second administrator, much to Lum's disappointment. Nim is second security officer under Rhett. She looks green with nerves. Cal is chosen as second cultivator. He looks a little overwhelmed. Your mom must have put his name in. Steward of the Heliopause joins Aunt Anne as her much-needed second steward. There's a lot of babies in the colony now, and someone has to take care of them. To a surprise, Diz is appointed second surveyor under Utopia. After the politicking is over, the crowd adjourns to the feast table and eventually the dance floor. Sun sets on the feast day. The heat breaks. The party continues well into the night. After the festivities, it's straight back to work as usual. Everyone complains, but you usually get a few days off after Virtunalia. But Lum reminds the colony that it's only a few short months before the next attack. Your dreams begin to increase in intensity as the wormhole draws closer to the planet, filled with terrifying and confusing visions. An urgency dogs your steps like you're running out of time. Am I right about that? Can I reload that? Dust 1. I can. Look, bear with me. I don't want to run through that many other times. So we're just going to repeat what we just did a few times. We're going to repair robots. We're going to see the same thing. I'm going to do this 4 fucking times. Yes. Yes, I am. It's the same hand, too. Wow, okay. I didn't know that re-rolling didn't give you a new hand. That's interesting. Can I save right now? I can. Okay, great. So we'll do this. I don't need to do this. I don't need to. I could have saved here. Son of a bitch. Okay, well, we overwrite the save scum. We do. Second security officer. You add your name along to the ballot along with Nem and Vase. Suck it, losers! Vase gives you a nod. His piercing eyes say he's up for the challenge. You win. This isn't canon, this isn't canon, this isn't canon, this isn't canon, it's fine. We won. I think you only need to do the unlock the once for it to count. I don't think you need to end the game with it. But that's why save scum so we can. No! No, I do have to fuck. I do have to fuck. Okay, alright. It's fine. It's fine. A little bit da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Alex doesn't wanna do this again, so we're gonna sit through this, my friends. We're all having a great time here. All having a great time. Click, 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 click. Okie dokie. I have been security officer, engineer. Let's be cultivator. Boom! Second cultivator. Mom would be proud. Bam, 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 bam. Let's reload. Wait, I clicked autosave, not save scum. Does save scum resume mid-conversation? No, it fucking doesn't. I did click on that last time. Okay, just 2 more times. 2 more times. We'll do this, and then we'll go through and do engineer again as the last choice. Just in case it only procs on the end of the game. That's not how the game works. I'm just fucking paranoid. What a terrible second hand. So that fairy option we've had this whole time, I just never use it. It does occasionally find you a better hand, and I should be using it. We'll maybe get a 79 here. The last time around. Hold on. Second surveyor. Sorry, Dis. Second surveyor. Yay. Okay. All right. Load this again. Okay. Repair robots. It's like we've been here before. I feel like we've done this before. You should try anyway. Okay, so what I had is our hand, and I know this isn't the best hand, was to have the stress reduction here. You're going to tell me something obvious. I'm gonna swap this out. Is this the best hand possible? This is better? Oh, because we have a rainbow flush here. How is this a rainbow flush? Is a rainbow flush just social, mental, and physical cards together in any order with no wild cards? Fuck. This still isn't the best we could do? Well, because that could be higher. And this could be higher as well, but this is closer to the 79. I see. So it's on me that there's been consistently a higher score available that I haven't known how to get. Ha 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 ha. Well. If it isn't me, the consequences of my actions. All right, we get second surveyor. This is the one I wanted. This is the one we were grinding away at reasoning and engineering for. We're done. Okay, now we can resume. We need money for persuasion. It won't matter, dude. It won't matter. I always get like this towards the end of a game. Just like, it doesn't matter. It's all over. It's all over, man. Hugs incoming. Oh, we didn't do that on Dust. I got so looped in. I'm so sorry. Or it didn't save. I'm gonna lean towards it. Didn't say, no, I just didn't do it. I'm a negligent friend. I'm a bad friend. Here's a fucking strange device for you, prick. Is Nami Dust too? We don't know when Nami's birthday is. I think it's pollen something. I don't remember. Yes, it's Dust too. Okay, well, today was her birthday. Their birthday. You gotta get that right, Alex. It's not hard. Misgendering another non-binary person feels bad. It feels really bad. Like, internalized transphobia, great. I just think I'd make a better governor, she sighs. Instead of this spacehead with a gun thinks he knows what's best for the colony. She rolls his eyes. Like, okay, he's older, but I lived here almost half my entire life. Who are you gonna trust here? You. In a different run, Mars, I'd love to see you be governor. Not this one. You're surprised by Mars' soft hands covering eyes. So Anastasia, she croons, come with me. I have a surprise for you. Giggling, Mars leads you to your bedroom, removes her hands from your eyes. Still giggling, she gestures to a canvas-covered easel in the middle of your bedroom. Ta-da! Present for me? Oh, Mars. Mars grabs the canvas, pulls it away from the easel with a dramatic flourish. In the painting, Mars is standing atop a mountain, raising her fist to the sky as lightning crashes around her. In her other hand is a grasping flag emblazoned with the image of the stratospheric. You're there as well, standing just below her, brandishing a laser pistol you know for a fact is far too cool for the likes of Colony Defense Corps. Mars runs a finger down the painting's elegant frame. It's like real wood, not a nanoprint. I commissioned from Nami, she says, like a genuine patron of the arts. It might be the first piece of art I ever created on this boring rock. What do you think? I always get my nose wrong. It's beautiful, thank you. Mars smiles. Of course, darling. Only the best for you. Mars folds the canvas, sets it aside, sits down on your bed. She bids you to sit next to her, takes your hands into hers. I just wanted to do something to thank you for everything you've done for me, she says. One day, two of us are going to be running this place, she promises. One can't hold on to power forever. We'll make sure of it. Promise I'll keep you on your toes. I expect nothing less, Mars replies. She seems genuinely sincere. The problem with people in power is that no one has the guts to stand up to them, looks into camera, and tell them that they're wrong. You talk for hours about your lives and plans for the future. Then, as yellow afternoon sunsets, the two of you step out onto your balcony, and watch the colony grounds. Mars pulls a bottle from where it's hidden under your bed. It's no 1945 Chateau Mouton Rothschild, she said, uncapping the nano-printed bottle with a satisfying thwomp. But it'll do. You pour what's left into your canteen, into a nearby potted plant. Mars fills it with fermented mushroom wine. Cheers to us, she says, clinking the bottle to your canteen. Together, there's nothing we can't do. Mars's Ambition 3 gives you kudos. Mars's cards finally get good by the end of the game. But it does take all this time for her to start giving back, which is sweet. We're back in robotics, baby. We're back in the building again. I need the money. I need the money. I swear we've read this. I don't know. Maybe not. I'll level with you. I'm getting a little tired of reading. So I am skipping a little bit. You'll have to forgive me. Well, actually, you don't have to forgive me. You can hold it against me. God, streamer, such a bad content creator. Really getting lazy toward the end. I'll level with you. That's the case. I am getting lazy toward the end. The end is in sight. I get this way with endings, in many aspects of life. When I can tell something's almost over, my heart might not be in it anymore. Oh, sweet mortality. That did boost Nami up enough to have another scene with her, which you love to see. With them, god damn it! You love to see it. You catch Nami in the lounge, drawing a single piece of actual paper. They look extremely confused and don't seem to notice you come in. As you get closer, you can tell the pieces they're putting... This is a piece... You can tell that this piece is one they're putting a lot of work into. There we go. What's up, nerd? No, whoa, that's a fancy drawing. Nami's head snaps up and you can practically watch their blush spread across their cheeks down into their neck in real time. Oh, Soanasea, they exclaim, covering the picture with their hands and looking up with your wide, panicked eyes. I didn't see you there, sorry. I love your art, let me see it. Nami's shoulders come down from around their ears. What, really? Really, you do? They look down at their drawing, go tense again, and snap it up, holding it carefully to their chest. Wait, no! You can't see it till I'm done. Nami jumps up, scattering their art supplies everywhere. I have to be somewhere else right now. Bye! They run out of the lounge, gently screaming, yeah! Well, that was stranger than normal. Nami, I don't think we can max you out. I don't think we can, honey. You have an 80. I can give you something worth 10 next month. And if I only do events that I know can boost friendship with Nami, that'll get us close. Rex, we can finish. Nami, we can almost finish. Vase, I don't think we can finish. If I go on expedition, we can finish with Vase. But I don't really fucking want to. Okay, repairing robots is one friendship. Tutor, one friendship. I kind of want to tutor? Yeah, fuck it, let's tutor. Because... Mars sends you a message. She's looking for tutoring in biology. You ask for more information on what subjects in specific. She responds she's struggling primarily with anatomy, specifically the reproductive system. You bin the message and reply she should contact Dr. Instance for any further questions. Coward! Coward! I mean, we're in a committed relationship, but like, come on. Wow, no, we're not using this. That turns into an 8, this turns into a 9, this is just a 6, and then, I don't know, man, have a 1. 57, 59, good enough. We get 1 empathy. Oh boy, 1 empathy. We're not finishing Nami's content. I want to so badly, but our creativity's so bad, we're not getting to 80 creativity. Well, no, we're not. We're not. Even if I had the item that boosted everything by 15, that wouldn't do this. Right? There's nothing that boosts creativity that much. I'd need 100 and 300 total to boost it by 35. And then, creativity right now would be high enough for the 80 event. Well, that's okay. That's okay. Like I said, it's really, really hard to do things perfectly the first time through. Us failing to do that is, inevitable. We couldn't do things perfectly. Because Tammy died, and other people died, and that's not great. Mars, we're at 100. We're at 100, aren't we? We maxed you out. We had your 100 event. Yeah, and we're probably getting Rex's right meow. Hugs incoming. Was 2. Oh no, we're not. We need to do something to finish off Rex. I got you a present. Winky face. Yeah, you want to finish off Rex, Alex? Look, shut the fuck up. I didn't mean it like that, but I'm not denying it. He's hot, okay? Hey, douchebag. Here's the last strange device. We'd need to go out on expedition to get you closer to getting maxed out. Actually, I would have needed to give him more gifts on his birthday. Nami, here's the white Estrantia. That moves you up to a 91. You enter the lounge to find Nami curled up in one of the larger chairs, fast asleep. This is the cutest fucking scene if you are in a relationship with Nami and Rex. This is the cutest fucking scene, but we will not see it. Their hall palm is still open. Gently wake them up. You tap Nami on the shoulder. They blink awake, frowning as they rub the sleep drool from their cheek. They mumble what's happening. Oh, hey, you, they say, stretching their arms and legs and settling into a more comfortable position. I guess I fell asleep while working on my holo novel. They frown again, poke listlessly at their holo screen. I just closed my eyes for a nanosec. Guess I was more zonked than I thought. There's so much to write still. Just feels like it'll never be done. Is there anything I can do to help? Well, Nami starts, dragging their finger to scroll through the lines of script on their holoscreen. See, the thing is, I'm too tired to get any work done, but I'm not actually working. If I'm not working, I just feel guilty. So I don't let myself do anything fun because I should be writing. I fucking feel this. I do this with my creative work that I'm doing right now all the time. They flick their fingers so the text scrolls faster than puts their chin in their hands. So I just end up staring at my holo palm and chatting with people because it's all I have the energy for, which doesn't make me feel any better. Then I just feel even more guilty because I've wasted all that time. You wanna cuddle? Nami sits up straight and blinks at you. Oh, wow, yeah, that sounds really nice. You scoot over in the chair, you fold yourself into the space, take Nami in your arms. They sigh happily. Hold up, is it cuddle time? I guess you get the cuddle scene regardless. That fucking rocks. I love the cuddle puddle scene. Somehow, it's no surprise that Rex has the innate ability to detect cuddles. He diverts himself from simply passing through the lounge and inserts himself into your cuddle, wrapping his arms under Nami's light frame. His head tickles under Nami's armpit and they giggle. I never pass up a chance for a good cuddle. You, Rex, and Nami lay in each other's arms for a good long while. You can feel even your own stress slowly float away. How's the game going, Gnome Star Runner? Rex asks. It's going, Nami replies. It's got a lot left to do. Sometimes I wonder if maybe I get too ambitious, like I usually do. Rex rubs his face against Nami's stomach. That's what I love the most about you. You got this, he says. It'll be done when you finish it. No one expects it a nanosecond earlier. Thanks, friendo, Nami says. You're right. There's no sense in pushing myself to meet some fake deadline. I should focus on making the best game possible, not stressing about it. They sigh again and sink into your embrace. Thanks, you two. Sometimes I get too in my head being anxious about whether people like the stuff I make. Being held by my two best friends in the whole world reminds me what's really important. Same, kiddo. Same. Nami pushes themselves back into a sitting position, drapes their legs over Rex's thighs. Okay, they exclaim, opening their whole screen. Think I'm ready to get back to work. Do your best. Nami laughs and shoots you a double peace sign. Thanks, I will. Nami is now 7 away. Rex is 2 away. Okay. All right. So, fuck. I don't think I can max both of them out. No, I can't. No, fuck. So we could work in construction, which would max Rex out. Probably not the first time. It'd probably take 2 of these. We can't get Nami. We can't. There's no guarantee to get Nami. I would need events that give a +2 to their relationship. Oh, God, it sucks. Look, Vase not getting to 100, that's fine. I can live with that. Rex not, that's fine. Nami not, that hurts. That hurts. Nami and Tangent and Dis are my favorites. It's okay, let's work construction. Oh, who are you? I've never worked construction before. Are these Mars's dads? After Chief Administrator Seek, the unofficial heads of construction crew are Aluminum and Burnish. Cute. Mars's dads. You don't know them very well, but they're great supervisors. Honest, friendly, straightforward guys with wide shoulders, strong hearts, and strong backs and soft hearts. Really nothing like Mars at all. How did that happen? Bernie. Cute. 46. Ow. Cute. You're working with them while they tear down the internal walls of the heliopods, scoring edges, scoring edges carefully with glass cutters, using sledgehammers to knock out great sheets of metal free. What are we using these sheets for? Reinforcing the garrison and other new buildings, Al replies, wiping his forehead with the back of his hairy arm. Glass cutters really crank up the heat in these small metal rooms. All of these bulkheads and hallways were important safety features in space, Bernie adds. You don't want to explosive decompress the whole ship, you know? But here in Vertumno, we have different needs. Can we just mine more metal? Sure, Burnish laughs. Just go ahead and get out there with a pick and... Bernie, Al chides him, then turns to you. We're a long way from being able to mine and smelt here in Vertumno, if we do at all. Mining is extremely destructive. We need to reuse what we have here first. Why can't we just nanoprint what we need? Nanoprinting can't make what we don't have, Al replies. It can only recombine existing molecules. When you think about it, we have a pretty finite amount of most elements on the periodic table. Well, Bernie adds, not unless we get out there and start stripping them from Vertumnan sources. We already log mushwood for construction, but only because we have to. Finding things like iron and aluminum is a little beyond our capabilities. What are you talking about, Bernie? Aluminum replies, I'm right here. Help them work. We're in a lot working with Bernie and Al. They look like big tough guys, but most people in the colony, they really care about sustainability and doing the right thing. They love to talk while they work, with no shortage of gossip about other adults. Ah, that's where Mars gets it from. Keep your ears open. You're gonna learn more here than how to smash stuff and nail it back together. This is really sweet, but I'll level with you. I don't think there's a strong need for an additional engineering. We already get engineering from a couple of things. Having yet another task that gives engineering feels really unnecessary. Like, we already have robotics. It would have been nice if, I don't know, it could give something else? Maybe there's, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. No, you know what's fucked? We can't max out Rex. Even if I get him to 100, we won't see his event because Rex isn't outside during the glow. We're not... Well... There's another reason to play the game yourself and see this content, which we're not going to see our first time through. I'm not adverse to go in a second round, but it won't be tonight. Let's work construction. You're trying to find Administrator Seek to ask about something and suddenly stumble into a meeting they're having with Governor Glum. You didn't catch the topic of the conversation, argument, but you managed to piece together that Seek is trying to get Glum to come up with a way to explain something important to the colony. Whatever it is, Lum is dismissive about it. You hear him say he's not here to hold people's hands, which frustrates Zeke. Figure it out, Zeke, Lum says. That's your job. Spy on them. You pretend to organize some papers and listen in. The colony's spending a lot of resources on security squads, and these need to come from other departments. Zeke tells Lum that he has to present the budget and convince the council that this is necessary. Governor's tired and cranky and doesn't want to bother with another boring meeting. Lum rubs his temples. Oh, why is this my job? He complains, even though it's clearly his responsibility. Can I get an assistant to take care of this? We are too rebellious and not convincing enough. This is how you unlock the ability to work on the bridge, which is important if you're trying to have a coup. It's also important if you're trying to do a thing that I'm not going to spoil. You ignore them. You get better things to do than listen to Lum and Zeke argue about administration. Does seem like they need an assistant though, so maybe you can offer your services later if they're not too busy. Rather, I do not care how we score here. It means nothing to me. Absolutely nothing. Sure. This 5 was the wrong card to play at the end. I could have done better than that. Oh yeah, I can't count. I'm an idiot. I can't count. Yes! Oh, thank God I'm a dumb bitch. Oh, we get Rex's 100 event. Great! You swing by Rex's lounge for some much-needed rest and relaxation with your friends. Rex is there, as he usually is these days, swinging drinks and conversation behind the bar. So Anasea, he exclaims when he sees you, gesturing you towards a seat at the bar. I was just talking about you. You take a seat and Rex pulls a few bottles from the wall. Now that I've got you here, I get to unveil a new drink. I named it after you. He pours various liquids into a shaker and, a few minutes later, pours a light blue drink that almost goes white in the bar's lights. You take a sip and almost immediately start sputtering. It's got a heck of a kick right off the top. Bracing is a good word for it. Strong, right? Rex laughs. I call it the Solanacea punch. Get it? Thank you, Rex. I'm honored. Oh, it's nothing, Rex says as he washes the shaker. I've been thinking about it for a while. You're one of my best friends. I'm honestly so happy I met you and we became friends. Nami, who's sitting beside you at the bar nursing their own drink. It has an umbrella and a Watato skewer. And popping little candies. Clears their throat. Rex laughs. I said one of my best friends. Geez, can a guy have 2 best friends? Rex jumps the bar and swings his legs over. Why don't you stay a while, Solanacea? You've been working so hard. Let me help you relax. What do you want to do? Shots. Let's play a board game. Rex goes over to the game closet, stands there thoughtfully. What about this one? He says, pulling out a box. I don't think we've played this before. Settle down together to play the game. Mars joins in. Oh, this one, she says. I played it before. It's a game from Earth about, owning property and making people pay rent. We're still playing Monopoly? No. From staying there and eventually making them so poor they can't keep playing, and then you win. Rex looks at the box dubiously. What's rent? He asks. Mars shrugs. You set up the game under Mars's guidance, play a few rounds. After a while, it's clear Mars is the only one with any sort of killer instinct. You and Rex just let the others stay for free on your property. After a while, Mars complains you're not playing the game right. She leaves in a huff. Rex packs the board game with a sheepish smile. I guess we all win, he says. What do you want to do now? That's right, kids. If we seize the means of production and don't play their fucking game, we all win. Let's do shots. Shots before karaoke, before dancing. Absolutely, Rex says. Shots. He goes behind the bar, pours a line of 7 shots. Let's race. You start at that end, I'll start on this one. Ready? Go. You slam through the shots in record time, relying on your superior constitution to easily outpace Rex. You drink to the middle mark first and stop, not wanting to be greedy. Whoo, Rex says, finishing the rest and putting his head down on the table. Okay, wow, remind me to make your drink stronger. I underestimated you. What's next? Karaoke, baby. Yes, great idea, Rex cheers. Leads you over to the karaoke machine. Nami and Mars join you as soon as they realize what's going on. These two can never resist the chance to show off. You sing a song with each of them, and then go for your own show-stopping solo. My heart flies over the resting ridges. Always a crowd pleaser, that one. Rex holds up his lighter while Nami and Mars make big theatrical sobs. It's a total blast. It's next, let's dance. Rex grabs your hand. That's a great idea, he says, and leads you to the dance floor. It's usually empty this time of day, piped with various, fairly unobtrusive lounge music from the Hollow archives. But Rex fiddles with the sound system until something fun and danceable comes out. Come on, he says, starting to groove to the music. I love this song. You and Rex throw yourselves around the dance floor for a few songs. Doesn't matter it's the middle of the day, or that you're the only ones dancing, or that you can feel other people watching you with amusement. Honestly, it's just good to move your body around, without caring about whether it's right, or strong, or smart. For a few blissful minutes, you're just two bodies moving through space. When you're done, Rex wipes his sweaty face and grins. Whew! I got the old heart beating. What's next? I had a great time, thank you. I'm glad, Rex says, wraps you in a big hug. I'm serious, you're like the best part of this whole colony. I don't know why you picked me, but I'm happy you did. He walks you to the door of the bar and waves as you depart. Well, at least we got to see that. I'm sorry, Nami. We are so fucking close. If I had remembered to give Nami gifts on their birthday, we would have hit it. If I had remembered people's birthday, we would have gotten there. What do we want to close out with? I think I want to rest. We could get skills slightly higher. We could push our relationship with someone slightly further, but not enough that we'd see new content. Not enough that it would matter. Oh fuck, Sim. Let's do that. Do what, you say? Anything. Sim has a romance that we didn't trigger. Let's survey the ridge. But Alex, you've done this. There's nothing here. I don't care. We're not gonna finish the romance, but I want to see the next step in it. You have to explore so fucking much to see all of Sim's content. It makes sense, and it's balanced around you not being a min-maxy tryhard like I was with maxing out perception as early on as we did. So it's really tricky to repeat his romance if it's not something you're specifically going for, and I didn't do it. I fucked it up. You think you see Sim running through the trees up ahead near the edge of a cliff. You call out to him, but your voice is drowned out by a screeching roar that shakes the forest. A manticore. Feeling a remarkable lack of self-preservation today, so you holster your scanner, follow the noise through the trees to find Sim fending off not one, but 3 manticores at the edge of a cliff. His back to the fatal drop behind. He's bleeding profusely from his hairline. His left arm hangs useless at his side. Doesn't even register your presence as he tries to calm the beast with soothing words. One of the manticores knocks him off his feet. Your heart lurches as a spray of stones clatter down the cliff. The beasts have him completely at their mercy. The lead manticore's delicate feet pin Sim's tattered clothing on the ground, spittle drooling from its misshapen claws as you watch Sim's expression twist with an emotion you've never seen from him before. Fear. What sucks is, we can save Sim here. This isn't the end of the tree. This is part of it, but this isn't the end. First collectible use is free, that's true. Well, we can do a 2, 3, 4, and get a fucking 30. I can do a Snoop. I don't have any yellow cards. I cannot do a 2, 3, 4. Alright, well, let's get a 8, 10, 9, 6. Oh. No, that's right. That's right. Everything just went up. Yeah, that's good. That's good. And 9, 10, 10, 6. 47. Now we need a 22. We will easily get a 22 here. Not a concern at all. Oh, these are fine. 66. It's not perfect. That's fine. Combat. Somehow, using all your strength and then more, you defeat the lead Manticore. The two smaller ones scatter, hissing their displeasure and biting each other. At the depth of their alpha, negotiating new pack dynamics should distract them for a while. Are you okay? Sim waves you off with the arm that doesn't hang limp at his side. I'm fine, he gasps. I feel pain. It does not control my behaviors as much as it seems to in humans. Sim is barely standing upright after the battle. Truly, he wasn't much help this time. It seems as though, despite your best efforts, his strength is fading fast. He stumbles into you, knocking you both to the ground. He lands on top of you, your legs intertwined, his weight pressing you into the dirt. Whew, he gasps. You can feel every inch of his long body against yours, stirred to quickening by the adrenaline of the fight. My hero, he murmurs, his eyes fall to your lips. We fucking kiss! You close the distance, pressing your lips to Sim's. He makes a sound of surprise that quickly turns to delight, and then surprise again when you hook your leg over his and gently roll on top of him, taking control of the kiss. Sim kisses with the charming innocence at first, clearly improvising his way through the first kiss, who is quick to respond to your touch. You flick your tongue against his lips. He opens his mouth to you, allowing you to taste deeply of him, as his good hand digs into your side. It's not long before he's responding in kind, and you're both breathing heavily into each other's mouths as you discard all sense of propriety and grind against each other in the dirt. Oh, Sim gasps as you take a break for breath. He sounds dazed. Is it always like that? You're suddenly bracingly reminded of your commitment to Cal, and the realization that no, it doesn't always feel like this. Kissing Sim is different, exhilarating. Your heart pounds as you shake your head. Sim makes a hungry noise and bends to kiss you again. You resolve to deal the question with Cal at a later date. Well, there isn't one. I wanted to do this for so long. Sim looks unusually bashful. I have as well, he says. Everything I've learned of love has been from researching your holographic videos, he continues quietly. I did not know it was possible. I did not have words for this feeling. I love this planet deeply, he says. You listen intently, playing with a lock of his hair. And I love my purpose here. I love every living thing. I take comfort in knowing our fates are inescapably intertwined. He places a hand over your chest. But there are no words for the feeling I have here when I see you. I get an ache that pulls me to you. I envision things with you that are impossible to explain. He looks away and you see color rise in his cheeks. Forgive my crudeness, but I know the biological imperative of all life. Gardeners do not share this imperative, but do not feel driven to a physicality, but with you He bites his lip. Perhaps it is this body, perhaps it is you. All I know is I would very much like to kiss you again, and I would not like to stop. You're about to grant his wishes when you're both startled by a crashing sound from the trees. You jolt apart in time to see one of the remaining two manticores break through the tree line and roar at you, blood and spittle spraying from its ravenous jaws. There's no sign of the other, clearly lesser, manticore. Run, Sim gasps, pulling you both to your feet. He gives you a push and you start running parallel to the cliff, trying to get some distance before it's safe to duck back into the trees. You don't hear Sim behind you. You whirl around just in time to see Sim clash with the manticore, grappling with its huge front claws as it pushes him to the edge of the cliff with dancer-like strength. Go, Sim yells. Rocks shatter down the cliff by his feet. Please, Solana, say it, just go. You don't even have a chance to be a hero. The manticore takes Sim's neck in its jaws. He screams in pain. Sim locks eyes with you once more as time slows to a crawl, then speeds up as he grabs hold of the manticore and launches himself off backwards off the cliff. They're gone before you can scream. You rush to the edge, too late to even catch his trailing, tattered coat. It's a long way down. The wind buffets your face viciously. Try to blink away the image of the bodies falling through the air, now seared into your memory. You turn away from the smudges at the bottom of the cliff, but you still see it. You sit down, stunned. Stay that way for a long time. How can he be gone just like that? Dead? Well, here's the spoiler. He isn't, but we are out of time and we won't find that out. He's just dead as far as this Solanace is concerned. He comes back from the dead. He's dead, but he respawns, which is fucking weird. Gardeners are immortal. Except they do die. They just are reborn from clones, so he just didn't remember the day he died. And he's very cavalier about it, but we don't know that yet. There won't be any funeral for him, the alien who would be human. It's not like you can bring his remains home to be properly recycled. It's a small comfort that out here, it won't be long until nature takes its course. Sim would probably have wanted that, you think. With a heavy heart, you return to the transport station. You just want to go home. Dis is there. Do we say anything to Dis? Nope. Hey Dis, I stole your boy. I mean, they're non-binary, but I stole your man and then got him killed. How do you feel about that, Dis? Not good, right? Not good. Oh look, it's Glow. We're probably gonna sneak out. Why? Because it's the end, you know? Sim is what? Sim doesn't believe you when you tell him. This doesn't believe you when you tell him, but I just saw him. You're lying. He can't be dead. He refuses to listen. You keep repeating that you must be wrong. Hey, Cal. Hey, buddy. This is the end, my guy. I think we should break up. Mom? Take care of yourself, Solanace, your mom says grimly. She's taking a break, hot blep tea in hand, looking warily towards the walls. I don't want you too far from the colony if we're attacked again this year. Don't be a hero, Solanace. Your kids need to stay safe. Yeah, no new text from either of them. Tangent? Fuckboy? Anemone? It's the last year. The thing we get from sneaking out we've already gotten, but I like it. I like it. Maybe there's some logic to staying and patrolling, defending the walls. That's okay. Just gonna do something I like. Let's get another stress reduction card. Probably should have done that the whole time. But that 8 value... No, you know what? That 8 value mental card has come in handy so many times. I don't regret that at all. Take a closer look, cut my way through them. I'm expecting nothing. I don't think there's any content here after the one time we did it. We already got the ending. Oh, well, there is a new boss, or it's I think it's a rehash of the same boss event where you're out here in the place from your dreams, but this doesn't seem like the right time event, I think. This is where Sim would be if he revived, but it is not the case. Take some samples. Go home. Knowing the attack is coming, as it always does in Glow, does nothing to calm your nerves. There's only so much you can handle sheltering in your quarters. As the month draws longer, you find yourself almost compulsively walking the walls when you're not working, scanning the tree line for the first sign of trouble. You're there when you see them, dark on dark shapes coming out of the forest, perfectly silent. You watch with the lookouts as more and more figures amass at the forest's edge. Minutes pass as the horde pushes into the firebreak, numbering at least, must be in the thousands, more animals than you've seen in one place, ever. The ground is choked with a teeming carpet of smaller creatures darting in amongst the legs of... Oh no. The forest bends as faceless emerge from the depths, followed by 2 more. The mood on the walls discouraged. 1 faceless destroyed your colony. 2 required an irresponsible amount of explosives to take down. How are you supposed to handle 3? Fight! Survival is your only goal. It's what humans, it's what all living creatures do. The fact that we get heroic here is so fucking funny. It's the end of the game, my guy. The wave of attackers roll over the firebreak, crashing against the wall. Flying creatures scream overhead. The sound of plasma rifle fire fills the air. You rush towards the garrison to join the squads. We raise colony defense high enough that things don't go poorly, or kind of poorly. Things go well. The colony's well defended. As you run, you take pride in how swiftly the defenders have rallied to protect the colony. After 9 years, it really feels like you have a handle on how to defend against these animal attacks. The effort everyone puts into shoring up your defenses hasn't gone to waste. The battle's definitely going in your favor. You're descending from the walls when you're thrown to the ground by a tremendous rumble. A few meters in front of you, something tunnels towards you through the mud. You have the impression of something long and dark that cuts through the ground like a shark through water. Scramble to your feet, but it cuts off your path, forcing you towards a geoponics building. It's a storage shed, mostly empty. I haven't seen any of this before. There's a way to avoid fighting, and it's definitely the best way to end things. Well, it's one of the good endings, and that's what I've gone for. I don't think the first time I played through, I didn't have enough braveness in combat to do any of the defense shit. I was just a big old nerd. And so I just hid like a coward and came out kind of okay. It's dimly lit, but you think you see another door at the far end. The creature advances, throwing rocks and chunks of dirt as it tunnels closer. Fight it. A 96, you say? That's all you got? That's all you got, motherfucker? What, like I'm supposed to be scared? Oh, this is a 12 right now. That rocks. Because I am stressed out. There you go. 27 to start things off. -1 stress, -1 stress. Card to the right becomes a 5. This is a 4. That becomes a 5. At 35, I need 34. We're gonna be okay. We're gonna be just fine. Ash 55. You grab a rake. You raise colony defense? But it's the end of the game, my guy. There's no year after this. Why did... Okay, whatever. And back into the doorway to wait for the monster to emerge. As it rears and thrusts a long black snout into the ground, you stab a rake into it, dispatching it. Before you have time to even be relieved, you spot a second one tunneling towards you. Take another step into the greenhouse and feel heat. The building is on fire. The dry thatch roof quickly ignites and rains flaming debris down on your head, filling the room with toxic smoke. The ashy heat is intense. You feel it ripping moisture from your lungs with every breath. You rush for the rear door, but the fire moves so fast, you're trapped as a roof beam collapses in front of you. You hear a cracking noise, and then... just pain. Noise like a bell. The world goes dark. You wake to find chaos. A confusion of light and heat and smoke. Fire. Your head is pounding. You must have hit it and blacked out, but you aren't sure what's happening here, or what on Fortuna is happening. There's something important you need to remember. Your stomach lurches as the floor crumbles beneath your feet and then collapses. Your body aches, your eyes burn from the smoke. A figure appears through the flames. Is it your friend? Your friend? Wait, why can't you remember her name? She's gesturing and shouting at you. All you hear is a ringing in your ears. You try to stand up, but one of your legs folds uselessly underneath you. It won't hold your weight. Your friend pulls you out of the rubble. She throws your arm over her shoulder, half drags you toward the door. Through it, you see a deep, eerie twilight, dark blue and cold against the heat of the fire around you. Glow season. Glowing eyes. You shake your head to clear your vision. Is that some kind of dog? Like from Earth? Wait, hold on. You remember this from another life. Not a dog. A monster. It's about to end your life. Probably Nem's too. She tightens her grip on you. So, with enough biology, you prepared earlier. You can shield Nem with enough bravery, or dodge and fight it with enough animals. I like to think we prepared for this earlier. You remembered this day for many years, the choking heat of the fire, the dog creature's dead yellow eyes haunting your dreams. You prepared for it. Specifically, you've installed an armed freeze trap right where you knew the animal would be standing when it transformed into a towering horror. As it does, you triggered the detonator. The trap sucks inward, drawing all the heat from its surroundings. The monster's feet are frozen to the floor as it instantly crystallizes, becoming an ice statue. Nem doesn't stop to wonder how this happened. She gives the solid statue a solid kick, and it shatters into a million fragments. You emerge from the inferno of the shed, burned and concussed, but alive. Anemone smiles. It's good to be alive. You have your wounds tended in the medbay. Other soldiers are there in much worse shape. At least the battle's over. Your defense is held through the largest attack to date, with no casualties at all. The colony really came together to push back the Xenos once again. You feel a certain amount of pride in your part in it. Someday you'll figure out a way to beat these monsters, once and for all. But for now, you're happy just to have survived another day. And that day is your birthday. By the time you've recovered, the suns have returned. It's your 20th birthday. You're a fully fledged adult now, though in many ways you already were, and have been for a long time. You and your friends step out to greet the new day. Start the rest of your life on Hertumna. The end! You reached your 20th birthday. Roboticist. I've never gotten roboticist before, but I've also never had to do robotics so many times. You've always loved machines and decided to dedicate your life to them. You make the colony high-tech, refusing to let things just break down as people expected they would. Why bring all this technology to a new planet if you weren't going to fight your hardest to preserve it? Huh. I wonder what tinkering with the bot programming does. You start a microprocessor factory. Not content to let the colony return to the Dark Ages, you coordinate with explorers to source some of the rare elements needed to create complex electronics. First thing you do is set out to produce new nanoprinters. Without those raw materials, it's not like old nanoprinters could print their own replacements after all. New nanoprinters have an even longer lifespan, and they're locally sourced. When you take Chief Engineer Instance's council position when she retires. She retreats into her lab and is rarely seen, always working away on something. You're better with your robot co-workers than your human ones, but you make it work. But what about your boyfriend Cal grew up, but he never lost his boyish charm. Cal soon rises to the role of Chief Cultivator. The responsibility of feeding the colony is enormous. Cal isn't good with confrontation, or pushing people as hard as your mom famously did. On years when drought or pests threaten the food supply, you often see him looking haggard. He deals with a lot of stress, and it ages him quickly. But his kind nature means he never takes it out on other people or wants them to worry about him. It's a lot like your dad that way. Not every relationship that begins in your teenage years is fit to last, but with Cal, it just works. Cal's a natural father. Together, you have a tidy little sum of children. And that's the only tidy thing about them. Your children grow up digging in the dirt, eating bugs, nearly getting mauled by farm equipment, and having a great time being kids. Socks just keeps getting bigger. Seems like she might live to be hundreds of years old. She protects the colony, remains loyal to Cal, even as attacks continue. Cal himself never gives up on trying to convince people to live in harmony with Fortuna, though his family is a source of his strength. He struggles with the violence that's necessary for the colony to survive here. In his 50s, he's killed while defending geoponics during an attack. You grieve him deeply for many years. Strong and true, Nem sticks by your side, one of your most trusted friends. She may be friendly towards all, but few people really know her like you do. Nem becomes security chief once Rhett retires. Her training at defense means that the attitude of the garrison mellows in later years. Young cadets look to her with admiration. Never fear. Still, defending the colony weighs heavily on her. You watch helplessly as the endless, horrible grind of the yearly attacks takes its toll on her. She turns to drink to numb the stress. You're there to support her when she's ready to crawl her way back out again. Nem's relationship with Vase may have been brief, but it was formative. She doesn't throw herself into loving anyone that deeply again for a long time. Instead, focusing on her work. You're by her side during her misadventures and dating some of the other soldiers, and once, noticeably Rex, howling with shared indignity and laughter at every awkward breakup. The life of a soldier is unpredictable and unfortunately, often tragic. The colony loses Nem during an attack. She was still so young, as was Calm all those years ago. small comfort thinking that they may be together again, wherever they are. You work for as many years with Tangent and engineering. She's just as essential to you as she was to Instance, even if at first she was a little resentful that you were named chief engineer over her. You always thought you had a good working relationship with Tangent. She was happy being your second, which is why it's a surprise when Tangent abandons her responsibility as second 1 year after you're named chief. She says she simply doesn't have time to run engineering and do her research. But you know the truth. She doesn't want to be used like Instance was. Her brush with genocide made her realize she needed to think more about the repercussions of her actions. Instead, she contents herself with being a regular researcher, quietly pushing the boundaries of medical science, having a hand in every major discovery. She trains up new researchers in every discipline, passing on everything she learned from Instance, and everything since. It's an unremarkable life for someone as impossibly promising at Tangent, but she seems happy. She smiles more often, has more time to spend with you, and gets more than enough sleep every night. Her love life remains fairly private, though she's not as frigid as she's always claimed. You hear from the colony gossip she carries a string of casual relationships, mostly with other scientists, mostly women. Just impeccable taste. Impeccable taste. She is just fantastic. She donates genetic material to a number of children, but doesn't choose to raise any of her own. She's quite picky about genetic enhancements, obsessing over any markers of anxiety or depression that run in her family. Ultimately, her children grow up healthy and in loving families far removed from Tang's old childhood. It's a bittersweet reminder for her. Tangent lives and dies in the shadow of what she almost caused to happen in Vertumna. Knowing that she almost killed every living thing on the planet weighs heavily on her for the rest of her days. Unfortunately, even with genetic alteration, the human body was not made to withstand long periods without sleep. Tangent's willful negligence in taking care of herself certainly doesn't help. She develops a heart condition in her early 60s that outpaces the healing capacity of the medbeds. It eventually takes her life. Your friend Dis keeps on exploring. Is that all we're getting for Dis? Are you fucking kidding me? Oh my god, no, okay. Utopia keeps him on as second surveyor, recognizing that a man like this needs to feel useful, or he's prone to wonder. Over time, he straightens up his act and even learns to play nice with authority, though he and Utopia certainly keep the council guessing. He spends more and more time in the wilderness, particularly during Glow. This earns him some distrust from many more militant factions of the colony. What's he doing out there? Who's he meeting? Utopia defends him the best she can. She trusts him. That's enough to keep Dis from being hauled into an interrogation room. You know the truth, though. He's just meeting Sim. While the rest of the colony seems bent on forming family units, raising the first generation of children on Vertumna, Dis is an odd bird. He never seems interested in relationships, romantic or otherwise. Colony rumor mill, usually so efficient, has nothing on him that sticks. No casual flings, no toward affairs, nothing. For a few years, a rumor goes around he and Utopia are carrying on some sort of clandestine relationship, but Utopia just laughs and shrugs it off. This doesn't really do anything about the rumors, because he's rarely around to hear them. Spends most of his time away on expedition. Whenever you do ask him what he's doing out there that's so important, he just smiles his usual shy smile and says he's perfectly happy, just the way he is. Dis continues his work in expedition for many years, finding freedom and adventure in the wide-open frontiers of Vertumna. He's chosen a dangerous life, and his immunity to fear, a natural human response to the very real dangers of the hostile world, means he takes on even more danger than most. Eventually it catches up with him. There's no body to recover. His funeral is well attended by all of expeditions, and of course by Tangent. Ah, the indomitable Marzipan. With Glum in power, there's no shortage of politicking to be done. She remains a political thorn in his side until he's finally replaced with another Helio-born governor, then does the same for the new one too. When Seek retires, Mars becomes the next chief administrator. It's a great move for her. As chief administrator, she has a voice on the council, as well as a fair bit of power of her own. She's almost more of a pain in the butt than she was before. You watch proudly as she blossoms in the role, becoming a middle manager of everyone's worst nightmares. She confides in you one night over dinner. She thinks she understands why Seek was such a hard ass. The amount of power she wields is ungodly. As for her love life, Mars is never really one to settle down for a long time. She joins a string of lovers: Tangent, Utopia, Rex, again, a number of people from the heliopause. Everyone wants her. No one can cage her. She does eventually have one child, just for the novelty. She enjoys being the center of attention while carrying a surrogate pregnancy, but enjoys being the child's wealthy, generous Auntie Marzipan even more. Mars remains surrounded by as much luxury as one could expect on an exoplanet. Though she complains about wanting more, she never seems anything less than happy about her life. Your brief time with the mysterious gardener named Sim changed you forever. Changed you in ways that changed the way you saw the planet, the way you saw your own people. Came to understand the place that humans had in the world and any ecosystem. You were much a part of it, as any plant, bird, or bug. For years, you often imagined seeing Sim out there, ducking behind a mush tree crown, or slipping in the forest just as you turn your head to look. Each time you think you hear his gentle laugh on the wind, you feel at peace. It's as if he's still out there somewhere, watching over you, a special human. Because he is. Because he is. He's not dead, as we saw with this is ending, whatever, man. Your buddy Rex grows from a good boy to a good man. He continues to work hard in the bar, turning it to the place he always dreamed, where people can come and unwind from a long day, enjoy some libations, dance their butts off, maybe even find love. He gets a reputation for being a matchmaker. In a small colony, there aren't a lot of romantic options, but Rex has an eye for figuring out who would be a good match together. Giving Rex a kiss for luck has become a tradition among those looking for love. If some people find something a little more temporary than love with Rex, that's their business. Rex just wants to have fun, and he doesn't discriminate. Saying he enjoys a string of lovers implies he's consecutive in his affections. It's more like a big puppy pile of lovers. Sometimes he tells you about his not-so-romantic adventures. You have to beg him to stop because it's just too confusing. Rex insists it's not complicated at all. And that's kind of true. He's so easygoing that it just seems to work for him. He still loves the idea of having kids and contributes to a few of his own. He keeps up good relationships with his co-parents, spends a lot of time with his children. In the colony, there's no stigma against single parenthood. His children all grow up loving their great dad, even if he doesn't live with them. Rex always seems abundantly happy with his lot in life. Like crashing on Vertumna was the best thing that could ever happen to him. It's remarkable that Heliopause could have made someone like him. But you're glad it did. He slows down a little more as time goes on, mellowing out, becoming more quiet in his self-confidence. He confides in you that his dog genes will probably mean that this life will be shorter than the average human's, but that he wouldn't trade any minute of it. Nami continues to pursue their dream as a holonovel creator, but they never stop dabbling in all sorts of things, just the way they like it. Nami's not really interested in dating the same way everyone is. It takes him a long time to warm up to the idea of getting physical with someone. They need to love and feel comfortable with them at first. You're their friend and confidant as they begin to explore the world of dating, always ready to doodle dreamily on someone's picture or come running with a box of tissues. You wouldn't say they're unlucky in love, just that love seems slow to find them. Nami isn't determined to go hunting for it. They'll always have you, though. Between you and Rex, Nami's full-on best friendship, they say that's what they really need in life. They never lose their fascination with Vertumnan animals. Once, their hyperfixations leads them to volunteer as a rancher. While they're working one fateful day, one of the explorers bring in a unisaur. Despite the beast's aggression and capricious nature, something between them just clicks. Nami becomes the only person who can calm down the fearsome creature, to the point where it will follow along, them as gentle as a float cow. Nami's magical unicorn friend is something of a celebrity amongst the colony. They're a big hit at princess-themed birthday parties. It's hard to believe that someone like Nami grew up on the Heliopause. They don't just march to the drum of their own beat. They have their own brass band and acrobat troupe and free candy buffet, all in one person. They're your friend, though, through thick and through thin. Your parents work hard every day to see their pioneer dreams come true. Feeding the colony is a massive job, but they tackle it together. Farming, ranching, analyzing native plants, trying to find a way for humanity to thrive on Vertumna. Every year their work is hindered by attacks that seem to target geoponics specifically, but they never give up. The strain ages them prematurely. Your mom dies of a heart attack too young. Your dad limps forward another decade or so before it claims him too. They'll always be with you, in the ground you walk on, in the trees that give you shade, in the cycle of life that sustains you. Your hop-eye is a good companion, but you're no replacement for its own species. When a herd of hop-eye roam close enough to the colony, you release it back into the wild. After a few years later, you're greeted one morning with a whole litter of hop-eye kittens outside your door, and Optimus Prime proudly showing off their family. Your Vricky grows from the size of a small dog to the size of a small bear, becoming more and more unwieldy, and more terrifying to small children. Before the council can force you to do anything about your arachnid octopus friend, Ricky Ticky just disappears. You look everywhere outside the colony for it, but your answer comes from outside the wall, a new Vricky nursery tree. Soon the colonies host a many curious Ricky pups, who call your Ricky Ticky home. Your Unisaur will seemingly live forever, just as cantankerous as she's always been. Clever girl is bored in the colony, though. Ultimately, though you make great strides in taming her, you'll never domesticate her, or her species. You decide it best to release her into the wild. She deigns to give you a regal nuzzle before sprinting off into the swamp where you found her. Your bot friend Rob goes through many incarnations over the years, swapping original VacuBot modules and trying out many new functions. Spent a year as a garden bot with a series of pruning shears on one appendage, has a brief stint in a creche as a Creato-bot, which does not go well. In the end, it settles on RepairBot, a designation of its own making. Rob works with you in the workshop as a kind of assistant. Two of you are a funny team, but your little friend is genuinely happy and fulfilled. And in my later years, days turn to months, eventually becoming years and decades. Before you know it, you're old. Life is tough but rewarding. With your strong defenses, a colony becomes a fortress against the untamed wilds of the planet Vertimna. Expansion is slow and difficult, but the hunting squads keep the local xenofauna down. You even start a second colony a few hundred clicks away. Humanity begins to get a real foothold on the planet. Gone are the days where you worry that humanity will be wiped off the map for good, but it's still far from the utopian paradise you were promised. This is your home, for better or for worse. You do what you can to make it a good one. Eventually, death comes to you, as it does to everyone. In the moment of your death, as your brain cells fizzle out one by one, shut down forever, a vision swarms into your mind's eye. Is that a person? They seem so familiar, like you know them oh so well. Oh, it's you, only ancient, their arms covered with so many data bands, so many lifetimes of knowledge. The ancient you speaks without moving their mouth, not in words, but in something like pictures. Still, you understand. You smile, we had a good life, don't you think? There's so many possibilities. This one was only one of them. I could have done better. We've read this, guilt-tripping about Tammy. We could have saved her. We can try again. So, the endings that we got, not the best. Not the best. So the ending we got this time is Roboticist. Which is fine. There's nothing wrong with Roboticist. Transcended Time is what we got before. But these other endings I can't see. Some of these are worse. Some of these are a lot worse. Some of these are better. Some of these are a lot better. There are endings where only Calm dies. Calm is the only one you can not stop from dying, plus like other people you hear about, but you can save all the other characters. We did not do that. We've seen every background? Really? Oh, we have. Even Earth, yeah. As far as cards go, we've seen maybe less than half. Maybe half. Maybe half of the cards in this game. And the achievements? Oh, buddy. No. Wake up again. I hate you. Life on Earth. That's a fun one. I know how to get that one. Ran away. Don't know how to do that one. Transformation. Don't know how to do that one. Well, wait. I think I know how to get these. Green Vertumna Forever is an ending that we can get, and I think it's the best ending. All for Naught is one of the worst endings. Every Possible You is seeing all 29 endings. including the really bad ones. This is for unlocking Tammy on the main menu, Nami Nami, and Vase, as well as Sim. And this is getting all the friends, so we still need to do these 4. Princess and the Bear, haven't seen that. Chief Surveyor, haven't seen that. So Princess and the Bear is for saving Tammy. Chief Surveyor is saving, oh no, I forgot his name. To Engineering is saving Hal. Matchmaker, I don't know who you're matchmaking here. I don't know. Come between them is splitting up Tammy and Cal, I think. And we'll have to do this if we ever romance Tammy. Get a single card to value 50 or higher. Never have I done that. 10 card games in a row in hard mode. Have a flush of 5s. Win an impossible challenge in hard mode. Have a deck of cards of a single color or wild cards. How? How do you even do this? Collect them all. Collect every card in the gallery? Okay, not all in one run, right? A lot more than 151. No more dreams. This is a fucked up ending that I've never seen. It's a coup. Launch a successful coup. No rain today. It's stopping the plague. Peace on Vertumna might be the plague one. Like I said, a lot left to do. And illustrations, these are like some of the distinct scenes. You'll note we're missing about half of them. There is so much to this game. So if you've enjoyed at any point watching along, buy it. Buy it and play it yourself. I promise you, your run will be different, maybe better. Here's our 6 friends that we unlocked. Now we're not starting a second life right now. We're not actually going to go through with this. I may start a second game at one point. This is not going to be it. What I'm going to show off here, very quickly, is why I was doing some of the bullshit, convoluted stuff we were doing. We have to get through this scene and get to character creation, just like we did in episode 1, now dozens of hours ago. A couple dozen hours ago. And it'll all make sense, because character creation the first time has some options. Not all of the options are initially unlocked your first playthrough. You have to play through the game at least once, completely, beginning to end, to unlock the complete character creation. So we're gonna be Soanasea, as normal. That's fine. Your earliest memories are of your 4th birthday. There's a big cake with a neat halo effect that looks like fire, but when you reach out to touch it, all you get is a handful of icing. Yummy. Your favorite present is, so you get one of these items that we saw in the store for free from the beginning of the game. Now, reasoning tablet's really good. Sports ball might be meta because of the toughness. Because you need toughness to sneak out, this reduces the total amount of toughness you need. Optionally, there's an argument for going like bravery, but toughness is the meta. It gives you 5 toughness, and you get 5 toughness from this, so it starts you out at 5. Your dad tells you bedtime stories, and then you get to pick which bedtime stories. Now, depending on... Fuck, okay, that didn't carry over. Fair enough. It is the ending you get that unlocks this, not the path choice that we made. So me restarting and reloading that thing like 5 times didn't do a goddamn thing. The engineering books, however, are the best. Plus 1 mental skill gain when you win mental challenges. So this lets you level organizing, reasoning, engineering, and biology literally twice as quickly from the beginning, which is massive. Once you start combining this with the Vricky and other effects, you have such an easy time maxing out your mental skills. And you start out with engineering, which are pretty handy. No new temperaments, but of course calm temperament is the best. And your friend. Because we helped Congruence discover her humanity, for a lack of a better word. Congruence is unlocked as a friend. If we pick Congruence, we get a 10 to reasoning, a 10 to engineering, and the Congruence card, which is a wild card matching as all pairs or straights with anything else, and it's a value 5 from the beginning of the game. If you remember way back dozens of hours ago, a 5 is crazy hard at the beginning. Crazy high. So you can do that. That's nice. Emergency drills? Yeah, okay, that's fine. That's fine. We can go recalibrate the shields. When Hal wants everybody to calm down because there's drills going on, instead of trying to slip away or doing what he says, which would boost rebellion or loyalty, you give Professor Hal the slip. A move you practice for this day. Rush to the engine wing, past confused adults who try to stop you. You find the nearest Congruence terminal. Because we fixed her, we have her root access code. We can either leave things as they are, destroy our shields, or block the radiation completely. This results in a unique ending. Several unique endings. And blows up the ship. You all die. This would be the end of the cycle. But this makes it so that hydroponics doesn't get destroyed, the ship doesn't get damaged, and that whole starvation mechanic we dealt with is gone. You won't have to deal with that. So if you don't want to do farming, if you don't want to go out and get food, if you don't want to waste that time, well, now I don't have to. And you start out no fucking stress. Completely fine. And you are set up to fucking succeed with all the groundwork we've done. We've got great new items. We have an incredible start in terms of reasoning, engineering, toughness. We're almost able to sneak out as soon as that pops off if we train properly. This is a really, really solid start to the game, which is why I was doing the bullshit that I was doing. But we're not going to do that right now. Maybe later. I'll probably do it off stream. I'll wait. I'll wait. If there's interest, if there is... Literally, if one person I know and cares about says, Alex, I want to see you continue playing this, I will do it. Now, there's like... when I say care about, I have to know you IRL, be related to you, have dated you, be dating you, be a friend of yours, or want to date you for me to continue playing through this on stream. Now that's not entirely true, but simp that I am, I would. I cave immediately if people I like ask me to do things, because I like doing things for people I like, because it feels good. And hey, you know, if you're a random chatter in the YouTube comments, do you want to see more of this? You can ask. You can ask, and honestly, I'll be touched if you do, because I know this wasn't the best playthrough. There was some production jankery with figuring out the volume. The levels probably aren't great. I know I'm not super happy with how my mic has been sounding lately. I haven't been doing these consistently like every day. The scheduling could have been better. We could have done better. In the playthrough, it wasn't the perfect playthrough. I didn't keep the voices consistent. There's a lot of criticisms to raise here, and maybe the story just isn't your cup of tea. If you disagree with my self-criticisms, let me know, dog. I could use the ego boost. But that's it for today. That's it for tonight, and that's it for this first playthrough of I Was A Teenage Exocolonist. Thank you for sticking around. Thank you for checking it out. I hope that you check it out on your own. Until later, I do not know what the fuck we're gonna be playing next. I've been playing a lot of Project Zomboid. I have zero desire to stream that. That's a turn my brain off and hyper-focus game. I've been playing a shit ton of Ambinar. I'd be open to streaming and recording Ambinar, honestly. And I'm very open to a lot of other games. I have a long list of games that I wanted to check out because Mod, friend of the channel, and someone very dear to my heart, premarital handholder, had recommended them. So I may do that. Of which, primarily, for those who have been around long enough, is Daggerfall. But oh my god, man, I need Cabra to hold my hand and walk me through that installation and modding process again. And to trip sit me, because I do not think I will be able to do it on my own in a way that's satisfying. With Civ 7 coming out in a couple of weeks, I'll play it. I may not stream it, but I'll play it. If I like it, I'll stream it. Same kind of thing we did with Humankind, right? I'd like to get to the point where I have a video going out every day. To do that, I would need to be in a much better place emotionally and mentally. And given the current political landscape in the United States, I'm recording this on February 1st? February 2nd now. February 2nd, 2025. That's rough, dog. I'm having a hard time. I'm a trans non-binary communist atheist living in the United States. There's a lot of legislation pointing at me very uncomfortably. I'm okay. I'm determined to be okay, but it's stressful and it's discouraging and it's really heart-wrenching, honestly. So I haven't had really the last month to had the energy to keep up with being as productive as I like. I'm not writing as much for the articles I like to be writing. I'm not working on spreadsheets as much. I'm not doing as much design work or consulting work. I'm not helping out enough with like moderation and like community building like I like to. I've been struggling. So I would like to commit to trying to be more active, trying to get back into the flow of things, but there's some IRL stuff that's pretty rough, not least of which is my never-ending fucking job hunt, which I've all but given up on at this point. I haven't given up, I'm still doing it, but I'm morosely out of hope for finding something I'll actually enjoy. With that said, I'm okay. I'm a survivor, I'm gonna make it, I'm a survivor, keep on surviving, etc. I got the lyrics wrong. I hope that you have a wonderful night or day or whatever the fuck it is, wherever you are. Until tomorrow, or whenever, I'll be back. I'll see you then. Toodaloo. Take care. Bye-bye.